Welcome back to This Is Not CBC.
Welcome back to This Is Not CBC, the only place where we still make sense while the government tries its best not to. So let me get this straight. The new liberal budget lands, and within 5 minutes, even Melissa Lantsman is looking at it like she's reading a rejected chapter from the Soviet Union. How not to run an economy. And honestly, same, Melissa, same. Because this budget isn't just bad. It's not just confused. It's government overreach on steroids, wrapped in a don't worry, trust us bow that nobody with 2 functioning brain cells should buy. But hey, according to this government, they know better than economists, business owners, workers, you, me, literally anyone who lives outside the Ottawa bubble. Because apparently, we're all just peasants who don't understand the plan. And now, before I start yelling, let's roll the clip.
When I sat there for an hour and 5 minutes listening to the finance minister read nearly the entire Liberal budget into the parliamentary record, I couldn't help but to think of the scene from Brazil. Every single part of this historic, quote, generational change just involved more government, a new department, a new regulatory process for the private sector to follow, and ultimately more centralized government control of the Canadian economy. We can argue with the billions in new spending, the tens of billions of new debt that you'll pay for, the zero mention of pipelines, or the zero efforts to rein in inflation. And believe me, I will. But frankly, I want to focus on something much more insidious than that. The liberal tendency for central planning.
So that's part of, you don't answer, we answer that question with full information by doing the work, and that's what the referral to the major project office facilitates. Thank you.
Central planning, in a nutshell, is a system in which a small group of government officials claims power to control an entire nation's economy, deciding what will be produced in what quantity, by whom, and at what price, replacing the voluntary choices of millions of individuals with the compulsory orders of the state. It's the ultimate expression of government overreach, the belief that a handful of bureaucrats can successfully direct the lives of everyone else, when history shows us that they always fail. They only produce shortages and stagnation and the utter loss of ambition. What this budget screams is that Liberals want a government that will try to steer an entire economy from a windowless room in Ottawa, armed with spreadsheets and slogans and the dangerous belief that they know better than everyone else.
All right, you see what I mean? When a sitting MP has to compare your economic strategy to Soviet-era central planning, maybe, just maybe, you've overshot your sunny ways era and landed straight in bureaucratic fantasy land. But nope. The Liberals hear criticism and respond with the same thing every time. Should trust us. We know what we're doing. Yeah, sure. And I'm the Queen of England. Anyway, if you want the actual facts, not the government-approved fairy tale, you know what to do. Follow us. Share this. And thanks for watching. This is not CBC. Because someone has to tell the truth, and it clearly isn't them.